We helped say goodbye to a dear friend, Harold Graham, today. If you knew Harold, he was a unique individual and lover on people. Without any self-consciousness, truly himself. He was expressive, he was goofy, very willing to help others through tough times, and especially forgiveness. In 1992, when I finally returned to church, after battling OCD and demons and faith questions, my wife and I took Harold's marriage prep class, and he then officiated at our wedding. He was the only pastor we really knew at Fellowship. We were married at beautiful Lakeside Park on a hot day in June. We watched and smiled as Harold gamely and cheerfully conducted the informal ceremony with beads of sweat dripping slowly from his brow to the top of his nose and onto his Bible. Robin remembers he acted as if conducting our wedding was a great honor. But that's how Harold was with everybody. He loved on Becky, his wife of 49 years. Every day, we heard today, he'd hide a fresh rose around the house and follow her around as she hunted. He loved demonstrations like that. He was very demonstrative in his love. His sayings, like his barbecue sauce and cheesecake, were legendary. God's on the throne and he ain't worried. Ask him how he was and he'd say, just ornery enough to keep from sinning. But he was also astute and aware in his many counseling sessions of the weakness of human character. If he felt someone was trying to fool him by painting too rosy a picture of their life, he'd say, if the jam's spread on too thick, somebody's hiding burnt toast. When we looked around the room at the funeral today, it was filled with people who had been touched by his generosity and love. People we knew from the early days at Fellowship, and people from his second career at Lifeline Homes. We sat with Keith, said hi to Bernice, talked with Joe, Phil, Diane and Joe, Dan and Cheryl, Jeff. We saw Skip and Tina, the Schmidts, the Smiths, many others. His life was a great example of the love of Jesus. His wife and just about everyone he was in contact with felt it. His life was about reconciliation. Pastor Rick said today, his passing was a call for one of us or many of us to step up and love with the selflessness of Harold. And it's true. He was a great example of loving God and loving others the way he knew God loved him. And as we've heard Pastor Dave say, this isn't goodbye, this is see you later. Harold, thanks by showing us with your words and deeds a better way to live.